So this would be my second review of doing I don't necessarily want to call it an add-on, but it's a whole different mod. Obviously, you can tell by the title, we're going over Powerborne. They just released an update, right, that adds in Spider-Man. So I figured, why not do it because of, brand new day coming out today, and I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so why not, right? So let's get started. Need, right, is you're going to need to find yourself some cave spiders. You need to go down into a cave. God knows where that might be. You need to find some cave spiders because... Okay. Don't know why they're not spawning in. 1 second. Let me see if this will work. Figured it out. The world was set on peaceful. That's my mistake. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to find yourself some cave spiders, right? And essentially, they will drop something for you. Is that it? No, it's not it. They will hopefully drop some... Ah, there it is. That's the one that you want. Usually, they would pop up in spawners and mine shafts, but this is the one you want. The radioactive spider. See, they drop radioactive silk, which you can get and what you need to make the suit for, right? So I already have all the materials together. And what you're going to need now is a tailoring bench to make the suit, but you will also need to make fabric. This is the fabric recipe. You just replace the wool with whatever colored fabric you need. So you need red, white, blue, and black. So you just use red and, all the other colors. So what you would do is you take all these, and for iron, you need 12 radioactive silk. You'd put them in the tailoring bench, and you'd get some shears, which I forgot to get myself. 1 second. You'd put them in here, and I forgot that there is a lot of this in here. So let me see if I can just single it out real quick. Here we are. You go to Powerborne, you put the shears right here, and then you push create, and you'd get the Spider-Man suit, right? Not too shabby. Okay, now that you've got the suit on, you would be granted its powers. You get 20 armor, 8 toughness, and 2 knockback resistance. Not bad armor, I guess, but alright, so this is a new quality of life feature from Powerborne where if you're in creative, you can do this, right? So let's just unlock all the abilities, right? So you started off with the ability 4, right? Which is your web shoot. So you would essentially just, shoot a web. And you see you have yourself a little, ammo capacity right there. We can test how much damage it does if there is a dummy in this mod. There is. Alright, we'll test that in a minute. Yeah, but besides that, right, you have your other abilities. Oops. So what you have here is you can start crawling on walls, like a spider can, and you can double jump. Hold on. I don't know if you take fall damage differently. Does it seem like you do? You could probably cancel it right there by doing that. So let's crawl on the wall. There you go. You can't run on walls, or you can't like go horizontally or like vertically, like running. But hey, this is good enough. I wonder if you can climb with slabs. No, you can't. Okay, that's cool. Wait, it seems like you do take a little bit of fall damage though. But let's see what other abilities we got. We have our spider sense, warns you of threats and boosts speed and jump while active. Detect and automatically deflect incoming projectiles. Gain night vision in the dark. Okay, these are pretty cool. We have web bomb fire, web bomb that bursts on impact, damaging and webbing nearby entities using your web fist. I remember this from what was it, Shattered Dimensions, where it was Amazing Spider-Man, right? And you had these web constructs that you would beat people up with. Good times. You have yourself a web shield. Hold a right click with web fist to activate shield. And then we have the web swing. We'll get into that in a minute, obviously. Seems like got a little bit of nuance to it. A web zip. Zip to wound 2 enemies for a stronger punch. Web pull. Hold to sneak. Use web zip. Pull them towards you. Web slam. Look down in the air using web zip to slam to the ground. And your final ability. Leap into the air and web everything in sight. This is essentially your ultimate from Rivals if you've ever played it, right? So, before we start into the web swing, Oh, you got yourself a little animation, right? That's pretty cool. Let me actually let me get me some skeletons and whatnot. I want to see that deflecting aspect and some zombies. Yeah, zombie. No, no, no. I want to try something else. But for now, we'll try skeletons. I should probably switch it tonight for this. So, go in. You just grab projectiles like this if you could aim properly. There we go. Got an arrow stuck in my head. I guess it's like not like always. It's like a cooldown type business. Like you gotta wait a couple seconds before you can do it again. Let's see how much. Okay, so the web shot just slows you and like pins you to a wall or something. If you're like close enough to it, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't seem like it does too much bad damage. I guess we could see how much damage it actually does. Five damage isn't too bad damage. It appears to slow enemies too, and it like leaves a little bit of webbing on them. Let's see if it actually does stick them to walls though. He's not sticking to a wall, but it does two-shot him, so that's nice, right? So what we have here now. Oops, that was the web bomb. Let's try that out on the poor piggy. Oh, I webbed myself. Okay, that's good to know. So they seem to be slowed, obviously, and you know. It like seems like it's a what am I trying to say? It's all over the place. Like it's an AoE essentially. So get yourself a bunch of piggies, and then you, boom. Now everybody in the radius is slowed, and you can just beat them up or whatever, right? Just do some combos. But how much damage does this do? 8 damage. Not bad damage. Not bad damage. Now we have our web fist, right? And usually with this, you'd be doing 5 damage. So with it you do 8 damage. Okay. And we have ourselves the web shield, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can block any projectiles. Oops. No, you guys are supposed to be looking at me, not each other. Okay. And spider sense kicked in right there. Let's try this again with a little bit of more. They just keep hitting each other. It's probably because I'm spawning them too close to each other. Alright. Okay, now on to the web swing now, is what we'll get into. Maybe I should probably do this from a more elevated point. Okay, this seems a little bit more elevated. Seems a bit nice right here. So, okay, web swing is 1, so, okay, let's go. Oh, okay. So, wait, did I do it right? No, that's the web zip. Wait. Where's the web shoot at? Like, where's the web swinging at? I mean, hold a right click to swing from. Oh, I was doing it wrong. I have to hold right click. So, I am pressing right click, but that's the web shoot. So hold on. Press switch type. Switch mode. Hold on, I was reading that wrong. But wait, how do I switch modes? Okay, I found it. Apparently you can take off the mask, which is pretty cool, and you can press left alt to switch the mode. So, I want to see the mask real quick. Oh, and they actually give you a Peter Parker. Look, I thought it was just going to be my skin underneath. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, usually there's a Peter Parker, not a Peter Parker. There's like you under. There's a skinless mode, for in case you don't want to rock the actual suit in Powerborne. But that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so now we have our web swing, right? So I'm gonna just see how this works. Oh, okay. Probably would have had a little bit more momentum if I started off, you know, in the air. Let me try that out. All right, this should be good enough. All right, let's try it. All right, we're doing it. We're swinging like Spider-Man. I don't know. Okay, okay. Can I do a dive bomb? Okay, okay, okay. We got a little bit of animation going on right there. Gotta get used to it though. It's kind of weird on this. I'm so used to playing rival Spider-Man. It's not really the same, but it's good enough. All right. And we have our web zip, so we can. Uh-oh. So we have our web zip. Oh wait, is it where I'm looking, or like how does web zip work? Ooh. I want to accidentally, you know, cripple myself. So you hold spacebar to get a little bit more momentum, like in Spider-Man, where you press X to get a little bit more momentum, I guess, and like release the swing at the arc of it, or like I think the highest point of the swing is like how you get the momentum. So web zip is just essentially pulling you to a point like in Spider-Man. It doesn't seem like it's like where your camera is like right in front of you. Yeah, it's like right in front of you. So I guess you gotta like aim it to be in front of you or something like that. But it did mention something about pulling your enemies in. I should probably find the place to. Oh, I think it's like right here. But no, it's not. I'm gonna go find the mod review spot. Found it. I was kind of getting used to the swing a little bit, but it does take some getting used to, I guess. It kind of feels like Fisk. If you've ever played Fisk Superheroes mod or pack, it kind of feels like that to an extent. But let's see what other things we can do. All right, let's try our little slam move. It said look down, so okay, that's pretty cool. I feel like it is more cinematic. Obviously, it's more cinematic in third person, but I feel like it's easier to control in first person to a certain extent. Oh my gosh, what was that? Let's see how much. Let me see if I can see how much damage this slam can do. And here we go. 9 damage. 9.5, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so 9 damage. Not too bad. Let's see what else I can do with this. I did say I could pull people or something. Hold on, let me see what I can do with the piggy. Okay, yep. Essentially, like, it is essentially like rivals, where I can pull you to me, and I can pull you... I can get pulled to you for a punch, I guess, so... I guess if you're really saucy with it, you could probably, like, make a combo or something with it. Oh, I gotta get some more test dummies. Alright, so, double jump. Oh. Alright, here we have some test subjects. So, double jump. Alright, double jump. Punch. And for a little bit of range. Hold on. Pop, pop. That's kind of a weak pull, I guess. Kind of a weak pull, but they might change it in the future, I don't know. So, like, it's like a big pull, like, not too crazy. But though, like, pulling towards you, like, you going towards him, I mean, it's stronger than the pulling towards you. Okay, so... Oop, I got myself. Looks like you're kind of immune to the webbing effects, though. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so that seems to be it for the abilities, for real. Okay, I really appreciate how in-depth these mods are for these heroes because they do have other heroes like Captain America, Sentry, Thor, etc. They're adding more heroes, so that will be nice to see what other heroes they can cook with. I do really like this though because I haven't really seen any other SpiderMan mod. To be real with you, the only other Spider-Man mod I can think of is F-Sangs. I haven't really tried out most of their Spider-Mans because it's been a minute. I haven't played F-Sangs in like a year, but I might do it. I don't know. It's just such a big add-on pack. Is that a Cyclops? That looked like a Cyclops. But anyways, kind of does look like a Cyclops. Boom. And here we are. Alright, last thing I want to cover, right, is the alternate suits. Because there are alternate suits in this mod pack for, like, every suit you can get. There's a bunch of different suits, right? So we're going to go over all of them. So our first suit is a negative zone Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure I know which one this is. I forget how you change it, to be honest with you. I kind of forgot how to change it. Let me go look that up real quick. Okay, please ignore the difference in scenery and the fact that I'm on an entirely new mod pack, but the accessories tab wasn't working on the other one, so I had to switch over to a different mod pack to make it work. So here we are. Now, we were starting off with the negative zone suit, and you go to accessories, you would go to Powerborne. Oh, there's a skinless mode, so I assume if I press left alt, wait, no, what was it, right shift? Hold on. Okay, so yeah, it is my skin, great to know. But, that's not what I was trying to do. Where would it be at? Ah, here it is, negative suit, so... yeah, it's not as vibrant as it is in the actually, you know what, never mind. It obviously makes sense that it's not as vibrant considering that, you know, it's Minecraft, but that's besides the point. I do like the animation in this mod pack for these for the running and all that. It just like the idle animation just seems like he's more animated and lively. Moving on, we have ourselves the Webman. Okay, I don't know this suit. I don't think I've ever heard of this one. Yeah, this is a suit I've never heard of before. Yeah, I've never seen this Webman suit before. Oh, my frames just dropped for some reason, even though I'm at like 12 render distance. That's... Alright, next up on the list is the web suit. I'm assuming this might just be like a classic suit with like, you know, webbing all over it. So let's just see what we got. Web suit? I can't tell if that's supposed to be like a really dark shade of blue or like some sort of black, but this just might be like a variation of Spider-Man's classic suit. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think... I mean, I feel like this is like his most classic looking suit, but I don't know like what this is from, I guess. I don't know, because the suit that this suit right here, the actual Spider-Man suit, that seems to be more of a classic than this one. It seems like the blue's darker or something. I don't remember where it's from specifically though, but moving on. We have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what it would look like, but... okay, see, now this seems like the exact same shade of blue as the other one, right? But obviously the spider's different, the back's different, the eyes and lenses are different, so yeah, that's that. Now we have the Stark suit. This must be from Homecoming. It's not really specific on which Stark suit. Okay, yeah, this is Homecoming. I like this one a lot. The spider does seem a little bit bugged on the chest right there, with probably the animation and all that going on, but I do like this one. I like this one, and I like the little bit of black they got going on. They got... lenses seem a little bit smaller. I kind of prefer the smaller lenses on this one. I don't know. It just suits better. I always liked this suit. Now we have Spider-Man PS5 suit. And it's essentially the same as the mask wise, I mean, it's kind of the same as the Stark suit, but obviously you have the white going on, the more vibrant blue and the white spider emblem, which is really interesting take from Insomniac. I really love it though. I love the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2 was a little bit more of a letdown that I like to admit, but it was a fun game, I will say. Moving on. Bombastic Bagman. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the suit that he wears when his suit is damaged, and then he had to find it, get a new suit from Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, am I tripping? Oh wait, no, I was reading it wrong. This is Scarlet Spider. That's my B. This is Bombastic Batman. But yeah, this is Ben Reilly's suit. I like how they got the spider off to the side like they do in the comics. I really like the suit. Wish there's like an option like to toggle the hood, but I really like the lenses in this one. It's like this solid white because that's how it usually is, right? But really cool. I like the web shoot. I also like this suit's web shooters. I always like the whole mechanical web shooters on the outside bit. I don't know why, but I just kind of like that bit of it. But now moving on to the Bombastic Bagman. It's cool. You can see my eyes underneath, and they got the little sign on the back. Kind of wish like it did say "kick me," but yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. And now for the last suit of the day, and an honorable, not really honorable, but like today's like real main focus of the video of why I made it, the brand new day suit. Now, when this was revealed at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, I was very excited because this is like one of the best Spider-Man suits I've seen in live action besides Tobey's. We all glaze Tobey. Alright, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am going to see this movie tomorrow, and when I do, it will be fantastic because I've seen a lot of good reviews about it though. But yeah, so this is kind of essentially like the classic suit, but like, you know, altered a little bit. Like it's a darker shade of red. The lens is a little bit more curved at the top. Compared to this web suit though, it seems a little bit grayer and darker, I guess. I don't really know where this suit's from specifically, but yeah, Brand New Day is going to be a good movie, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will catch you all in the next one. So yeah, see ya. One thing that I did forget to mention, and forget to do, is show off the spectacular spin ability, right? Wow, they're loud. Alright, let's see how much this does. So that is actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure she does that in the movie, in the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's see how much damage that does real quick. Okay, seems like it does like a bunch of fives just like stacked on top of each other, I guess. It was able to kill a bunch of zombies, so I'd say it does like like 30 damage, maybe 25, I don't know. But yeah, okay, now that will be the end of this mod review.